I'm really soft-spoken, so if y'all can't hear me, let me know. First, I want to thank Sanina for allowing me to be a part of this. I actually found her on Eventbrite. One of the tasks that I have, one of the things that I've been tasked with as the 2025 Mother of the Year for the state of Georgia is to really begin to engage in different venues, specifically empowering women, empowering mothers, engaging. And so when I saw EmpowerHer, I was like, Thrive Her. So I was like, all right, let me reach out. We had an awesome conversation. And it just felt natural. And so I say to you, thank you. I really appreciate you. And then I'm going to be fully transparent with you. When I began to prepare my speech and what I was going to speak about today, I began to. And I didn't finish it until yesterday. So, and I came with several topics. I was thinking procrastination. I was thinking, empowerment. I was thinking of a whole lot of different things. But as I sat here and I sat into these beautiful speakers and their messages, I thought the best thing that I should do is start with my testimony. So just to tell a little bit about me, I am 50 years old this month. No, seriously. So just a little bit about me. So I am a second-generation survivor of domestic violence. I witnessed my mother being abused when I was 8 years old. I later went on to be abused in a relationship that I was in at 18 and between 18 and 21 years old. In that relationship, I felt like that was normal because of the household that I was raised in. I witnessed that. And I just thought, hey, this is what it is. This is my norm. Hey. Shortly thereafter, around 18 or 19 years old, I attempted to commit suicide not once, but twice. And I thank God that I'm still here, because if I wasn't here, I wouldn't be able to be in this space today, being able to speak and share my testimony, for which may support and encourage you all. I also was diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome when I was 21 years old. I'm pleased to say at 35 years old, the devil is a lie. Listen. God brought my miracle, my 14-year-old miracle, who was supposed to be here today, and dumped me to go to the fair. But that's neither here nor there. And so at the end of the day, I've been through a lot in life. And as the founder of Thriver, which I found Thriver in 2016, it's a nonprofit organization, as I shared, that focuses on advocating for women, empowering women, primarily domestic violence survivors, which I call Thrivers. But in general, I just really enjoy pouring into women and encouraging women, young girls. That's my thing. So that's just a little bit about me. And at this point, I've actually published 26 books, several bestseller books. And my goal is to write 100 books, because at the end of the day, this is a plug. I really encourage anyone to write a book, because when you write a book, you leave your footprint behind you. And someone needs to read that book, whether it's one person, whether it's two, whatever. So at the end of the day, I write because it's therapy. I write because I want to change lives, and I write because it is such an empowering thing to do. All right, so then that will lead me to this. So one thing that I was empowered to do is I wrote a poem about 2 months, maybe 3 months ago, that I think I really feel like I should share today. And if y'all bear with me, it's a little long, but bear with me. It's called Dear Survivor, Dear Thriver. Dear Survivor, I see you, not the polished photo, not the practiced smile, but the night warrior version of you. The one who prayed through silence and stitched herself back together with hopes sharp as needles and tears turned into thread. You are not broken, you're breaking cycles. You're not weak, you're wilding in quiet power that the world never really was ready to see. Dear Thriver, you didn't just survive. You rose. Even when your voice trembled like glass and your soul felt like paper in the rain, still you stood. Still you chose morning over morning.
Yes.
You walked barefoot across shards of memory and still found the courage to dance, not because the pain disappeared, but because you refused to disappear with it. You've been told you're too much and still not enough. And you are exactly right, divinely measured and marvelously made. Dear survivor, they may never know what it cost you to love again, to trust your body again, to look in the mirror and not flinch. But you know. And that knowing, that is your crown. Dear thriver, you are not what happened to you. You are what rose from the ashes. You are the echo of I'm still here. You are the answer to your ancestors' wildest prayers. You are the lighthouse now and forever. Let no one call you less. Let no one tell your story for you. You are the narrator now, and your voice carries generations forward. You've mastered the art of showing up with tired eyes and trembling hands, offering your strength to the world, even when yours was really running low. You are the quiet miracle they didn't write headlines about, but heaven noticed. They didn't see you whisper, I can't, and then do it anyway. They never knew how many mornings you pieced yourself together with scripture coffee and unshed tears. Dear Thriver, you carry the ministry of Me Too in your testimony, and you share it not to impress, but to heal. You are not less valuable because you were wounded. You are more valuable because you rose again, with the scars that shine like stained glass windows and stories of survival written across your skin. You are the woman you are the woman that learned that no is a complete sentence. That rest is revolutionary, and that love must first start within. And oh, how you love now, fierce, soft, wild, and wise, not because you were never hurt, but because you healed again and again and again. Dear survivor, you weren't born to the shadows. You are the light in the boldest form. You don't exist, you illuminate. Every tear became water from your harvest. Every heartbreak became bricks from your rebuild. Every silent scream became an anthem someone else will need to hear one day. Dear Thriver, you don't owe your past an apology. You owe your future your fullest presence. Keep writing, keep speaking, keep healing out loud. Because somewhere another sister is listening, still stuck in the storm, still looking for proof. That survival is possible. You are that proof. So, there you have it. So I wanted to have a very organized speech to share here, but I think I'm going to kind of start with this. When was the last time you truly rested? Mm-hmm. And when I say rest, I'm not saying took a nap, took a one-day vacation, took a 5-day vacation. I mean, when was the last time that you really rested? Soul-nourishing rest. For many women, it feels like a luxury. We feel guilty when we rest because we are mothers, we are doctors, we are sisters, we're everything. We're companions, we're confidants, we're doctors, we're mothers, we're all of those things. And it seems that in our spirits, we never, ever really rest, fully rest. Rest is not a luxury, it is a necessity that we all need. This space that we're in today, reviving, renewing, resetting, is really something that is needed. And I absolutely, again, Sanina, think that this is an awesome venue to create a space where we can comfortably be ourselves, not step outside, not be stuffy, because we were just talking about that earlier. It's like I was super nervous about coming and speaking up here. But you all have made me feel as if this is a space of sisterhood. It's a space where you can just be yourself, where you can share your trauma, you can share transparently, and you can be yourself without being judged. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, when we think about the culture that we live in, we as women live in a culture that glorifies the hustle, especially women who are yet again mothers, leaders, caregivers, dreamers. We're told to do it all, be everything, never stop. But what happens when we never stop? What happens? Burnout, anxiety, depression, and least and worst of all, disconnection from God our Father. Amen. I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but Ecclesiastes 3:1, there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, but even God designed a season for rest. We must rest, ladies. We must rest. We must allow that soul-nourishing moment of rest to come in us. And how do we do that? We say no. Right? Sometimes we say no. We can't say it all the time, but no. Can you take me to the store? No. Mm-mm. Sure can't. But there's a bus that's passing by. You can certainly catch that. Can you do this for me? Can you create this paper for me and have it done in 2 hours? No, I can't. Because I'm resting. I'm resting my soul. I'm nourishing my soul. I just can't. I can't. I'm not saying I will never do it. I'm simply saying in this moment, I'm focusing on me and my peace. All right. Shifting forward. I need to put my glasses on now. I'm blind too, y'all, so don't talk about me. Rest is not a human need. It's a divine command. From the very beginning, God modeled rest. Genesis 2:3 tells us, by the seventh day, God had finished the work. He had been doing so on the seventh day. He rested and made it holy. God didn't rest because he was tired. He rested to show us the rhythm of life. Work, then rest. Create, then pause. Give, then receive. So why do we resist rest? Why? Any answers? No?
Yep.
Yes. What else?
It comes thinking it's something needs to be done.
Yes.
No.
And for me, the idea of if I rest, I'm lazy, right? And that's not the reality. The reality is we all need rest, not just sleeping at night. I mean really resting. And we don't rest because we panic. We feel like we're lazy. We feel like, we're missing something. We're not getting something done. We feel like everybody needs us. But who's there for us?
Hello.
We have to be there for us. Like, I can't remember your name. Deborah. Like Deborah was saying, you have to rest and find peace. You have to take care of yourself. You have to look within and make sure that you're putting yourself next to God. Because if you don't, you will be a burned out, stinking mess, right? Just a burned out, stinking mess. And that's not, I know that for a fact because I've been that burned out, stinking mess. And the past few years have really drugged me. It has really drugged me. And venues and situations like this pours back into you. You have room full of beautiful women who hear you, who see you, and somehow they can connect to what you're saying. And that's a beautiful thing. Because nowadays, I'm just going to say it, full transparency, y'all can kick me in the bottom if y'all want, but as sisters, we don't look out for each other the way we should, right? We already have this stereotype that we're angry Black women, right? But there's so much we have to give each other. There's so much love inside of us. There's so much compassion. There's so many things that we can do to uplift each other. And instead, in many cases, we choose to tear each other apart or look at each other as competition, when in reality, we are nothing like each other. God designed us to be unique. He designed us to be special. There's no one that has your fingerprint. There's no one that can do what you do the way you do it. And in doing that, God made us that way for a reason. Not to compete, but to partner, to support, to nurture, to be there for one another. So I say today, I invite you to reclaim your rest. Not as a reward, but as a right. Not as a break from life, but as a part of life. Because when women rest, we rise.
Not right.
We lead better, we love deeper, and we live fuller. Isaiah 40:31. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Rest is not falling behind, it's preparing to soar.
Yeah.
You're not a machine. You are a masterpiece. And every masterpiece deserves restoration. So rest, my sister, not because you've earned it, but because you were created for it. Y'all, when I tell you I'm so serious, when you go home today, sit down, think about you, go deep inside and figure out where that soul nourishing space is and what you can do to nourish yourself, to rebuild you up, because the way that society is today, it is in place to tear us down. And we need each other. We need spaces like this. We need people like this. We need ladies like this. We need relationships like this to let us know that we will not be broken and we will not be let down. We are here to empower each other. And that's my message for today.